Recording in progress. Happy Friday Eve, Ron. It's a big old Thursday.
Yeah,
How's the weather there? It's chilly here, man. I love
it
it.
sucks, dude. It's cold, right? It's raining and it's like 50 degrees.
It's it's here too. You talk to people, Tennesseans, and they're like, "Oh no, it doesn't usually rain this much. It's just raining so much."
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that like everywhere you go? Like if you go to Seattle, they say, "Oh, it doesn't rain here as much as everybody says." Just like in Buffalo, we say it doesn't snow that much. It's not that cold. But
Right.
everybody else knows it snows a lot in Buffalo and that it's cold there. But homies just don't want to admit it.
Well,
In
so,
California, they're like the earth doesn't shake, the ground doesn't shake that much here.
no, not at all. It just shakes a little. You'll get used to it. Don't worry about it. Don't- pay no attention to the road splitting in half.
Pay no attention to that big old crack coming towards your house.
Right. Or the fire.
Hold on, let's watch. Ron is an accomplished coffee pourer. Look at that. Look at the skill he has in pouring coffee.
One show only.
One show, one show only. What's not true, because are you you don't have creamer? I thought we're creamer guys.
Well, that was sugar.
You put sugar and creamer in it?
Yeah,
Boy, who you take care of your sweet tooth.
I sure do. Yes, I do. And I got the spoon.
The spoon. So as soon as Ron sits down, I am going to give
I
praise.
had the I had the nice spoon, dude.
We love we love those spoons. We use those long spoons all the time.
The sealed ice cream spoon. I've had this spoon for 18 years. Yes.
And he's had that cup for 20.
Well, cup that cup's right through you know, been through the ringer a little bit. I really don't like this coffee creamer though.
The Italian sweet cream. Yeah, it's all right. It's not one of our favorites though.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it. You can't make me. You can't make me.
No, I I don't care for it.
And so
Not
that's gonna conclude on how to make coffee on our opening Thursday show.
right. Making coffee with Ryan
Making
Hash.
coffee with Ron.
Oh, the owner of the cult died.
Oh, hold on. Let's give
Let's
our
give the
praise
Lord
to
praise.
let's give our praise this morning to our Lord and Savior
Yes.
from Matthew's 25, verse 31, 32. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. I'm going to be a sheep. I am a sheep.
I am a sheep. I am a sheep.
Who?
Sheep.
Let's see if that who would be the goats? People like Chuck
I don't
Schumer's a goat.
could be a goat.
Chuck Schumer could be a goat. Uh,
Pelosi could be
Pelosi's definitely a goat. She might be a goat herder though.
well, technically I don't know what she is. The Bills are gonna be featured on Hard Knocks for
Yeah,
training.
I seen that. The Bills and somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't.
but
So what's that? They just follow the team around like all off season, or
I don't, I don't know. It's during training camp. I don't know.
well, you have
I
to know. You have to know.
no, I don't have to know. I don't. I
You will
I'm
know.
not sure.
You will
I
know, and you will enjoy it.
all right, fine. Be like that.
Hey, so you who was it that passed away? One of the owners, right?
The owner of the Colts, Irby or something like that.
Was that number three?
Yeah,
That might be number three,
So
yeah.
was George Wendt.
Because George Wendt died.
Irby died.
That senator, that Democratic senator, he died.
He's not important.
Okay, so yeah, Jim Irsay dies at age 65.
George Wendt.
George Wendt was number two. So are we waiting for number three then?
I guess we are. Who could be number three? Oh, who died before them, though?
I don't know.
Uh, Gene Hackman?
Oh, sweetie, can you? Oh,
Could he
we
be
got bugs for
counted as
this.
he be counted as three?
Who?
Number one, Gene Hackman.
No, I think that was too long ago, right?
Oh, okay, all right. Is there a buffer zone, I guess?
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's a good question. Is there a buffer zone for the you die in threes? Well, so all right, well
Well,
we'll have to wait. We'll look into that.
we will look into that. Why
We
don't
will
we
look into that.
let us have a poll?
Hey, so the House in a narrow margin, 215 to
Yeah.
214.
Yeah, and now it goes to the Senate.
Yeah. Well, we got enough Senate, a majority in the Senate that the bill's gonna pass.
Well, I'm hearing that it's going to mess up Medicaid.
It's not. You know what they're doing? What they're doing is they're trimming the fat. Guys that are on Medicaid that are like from 21 years old to 35 that can work, they're not working. They're just collecting Medicaid. And it's almost like it's an occupation now.
I don't get Medicaid.
Medicare, Medicaid, Social
I got
Security.
Medicare, but I don't have Medicaid.
Okay, well, Medicare, they're
I need Medicaid. I need Medicaid.
yes, yes, but there's people who don't that are used. They're on Medicare and Medicaid for like third
And cross them
generation.
off the list.
Well, that's what they're doing. So they're trying to just trim it and get the people out because you know what? More money can be go to people that need it and use it versus giving it to somebody that doesn't need it but they're getting it. Or like illegal immigrants that are in our country getting Medicare. You know,
Right.
you come to this, it used to be you come to America because you want to contribute, you want to help the country grow. You don't come here to go on welfare and not work.
Well, that's it. I'm getting my knife and I'm trimming fat.
Watch the
Take
Marco
what you want. I
Rubio.
don't want no problem. What's that, Dave?
Watch the Marco Rubio thing that was just on the other day about all the fat that he's
Yeah,
cutting.
they had Mark Rubio, the secretary. I don't know what secretary he is, but they had him on
Isn't
the
he the
hill.
Secretary of State?
Yeah, I think you're right. He was just on
How
the
was that?
hill. He was just on the hill, Capitol Hill, and them Democrats, boy, they were trying to drill him, and he is too smart for them. I
Well,
I enjoyed watching that.
how smart is he?
He's so smart
That he could fool a Democrat?
that he could fool a Democrat. You don't got to be too smart for that.
No, I guess not.
So now this is so of course Thomas Massey of Kentucky was a holdout, and Warren Davison of Ohio opposed the bill. So they didn't have two votes, but It's like not one Democrat voted for it. And people talk about, you know, how the Republicans are,
They're not gonna.
we're better than the Democrats. We're not just gonna get together and pass it. And you know what? That's how you lose. That's why the
But
Democrats keep kicking your ass.
why would the Democrats vote for it? They're dead set against the guy.
Exactly. And it never used to be like that. Now it's like you have to win the majority in the Senate or in the House, because if you don't, the other side's not going to vote for anything you do.
Listen, it's
That's
all fucking bullshit because you know they're making all this Democrat, Republican, Democrat, and they're not, you know, you got to do what's good for the nation, dude. Okay? Can't they understand that this country is getting it's divided,
no
and other countries are sitting back there saying, well, let them fucking,
implode.
yeah, you know, divide and conquer, dude. That's what they're thinking.
No, you know what? Boy, I'd hate to say it, but we just really need to get rid of some of these people that are not putting America first.
Well,
There's a lot of them, and they just happen to be on the far left, the super far left, the freaking
well, we don't
activists.
have a Siberia that we can send them to.
Well, that's why I think we should build our prisons and stuff on the moon. That's where it's,
But we do have Alaska.
yeah, but they
We
can
have
always
Alaska.
they can
We just have
escape.
them up there.
They can escape. We gotta, here's how you kill two birds with one stone. Building prisons on the moon. You can practice on how to cohabitate on another planet, colonize on another planet, and you can put away the bad guys.
Right. Well, if you take them to Alaska, they got to mess with bears and moose.
We have them turn icebergs into ice cubes,
Right. Right.
like big rocks into little
I
rocks.
said I wanted mine shade, boy.
I
I
said I
want,
wanted mine shaved,
I
but
want, I want crushed ice. I wanted crushed ice, not ice cubes. I want crushed ice.
all right. So this it's the one big beautiful bill. That's the one that passed. I was wondering about that because I know they had the no tax on tips that passed, but I think they did that separately. So this one it includes the no tax on tips, like I just said, no tax on
But
overtime.
that's okay. I mean, I can see
I like
that.
that.
I can see that.
When you purchase an American-made vehicle, you get to use your interest tax is tax deductible. I like that. There's stronger border security measures, pay raises for our ICE and border patrol.
And
There's
it should be.
they deserve it, man. If anybody needs a raise, it's everybody having to deal with what the Democrats did to our border.
Right.
Trump savings accounts for newborn babies. I wonder what I got to look into that one. So now it's the time for our friends in the Senate to pass that bill.
Yeah.
I actually look forward to watching the news today because I know the Democrats are going to go crazy because of that bill passed.
Yeah, they're gonna throw their little temper
They will.
tantrum. Well,
Hey, maybe we should give Alaska. What if we promised all the Democrats Alaska and they could just have their own country?
no, no.
Well, that's kind of like your idea of putting out prisoners
No,
in Alaska.
Alaska is nice, dude. But if you get way up north, it's nothing but a frozen tundra, dude.
So you're saying it's like Wisconsin?
Send them, listen, you can send the prisoners to Mars.
Send them to Mars. Hey, how can you tell if a diamond's real? Look at that. I found some diamond earrings.
You gotta see if it cuts glass.
Someone told me if you can if it floats, it's a diamond. Or if it sinks to the bottom, it's a diamond in water.
What?
Yeah, that's a true story.
I don't. Well, it is a diamond is the hardest thing on earth, so they say.
Hey, if there's well, you know, trying to
Cut
get
glass.
what's that?
Can you cut glass with the diamond?
I don't know. I've heard that's one way that you can
They
tell.
say you can.
Well, there's some tighter. I don't know if diamond's the tightest thing on the planet.
You know what you do? You hold the diamond in your hand and you you go you play a record player and you hold the diamond like this, like an arm in your arm, and then on the record, and if music comes out of your mouth, I mean, you know,
Soria. Hey, here's a if you want to know how freaking corrupt the Democrats are,
how corrupt are Democrats? They
they're
are so corrupt.
they're so corrupt. They are absolutely trying to pass legislation that will strip the power from Trump over the US Marshals. They want the US Marshals to protect all the judges that are going against Trump and making his term hard. Cory Booker out of New Jersey, he he's going to introduce legislation today to transfer control of the U.S. Marshals Service to the court system itself. So these rogue judges that are activists, they they want it. They know they're so corrupt in what they're doing is unconstitutional. They need protection.
Well,
That's not
first
going
of
to
all,
happen. I don't think it can happen.
first of all, he's from New Jersey, so what he says doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's right. And all our New Jersey fans, that's Ron Haskell at yahoo.com.
I mean, I like New Jersey, but
Hi, you're from Jersey? I'm from Jersey.
I like Jersey. I mean,
Yeah, I like Jersey too.
isn't it? Don't they call it the Garden State?
I think it is the Garden State.
See, I know about Jersey.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
I
you know
like
about.
that.
But how stupid? Do they know how stupid they sound? Oh, let's take the power of the marshals away from Trump and give direct power to the legislative, to the judicial branch, dude. We're going to give you power over the U.S. Marshals, who by Constitution belong under the judicial branch.
Right. So I don't know. I think they're getting those branches all mixed up on these trees. You know,
Well, I
you
think
got the,
next week the Democrats are going to introduce legislation that a potato can be known as a carrot now.
well, I mean, you got bananas acting like oranges.
Yeah, that's another. You know, the Democrats are going to introduce legislation that dogs can identify as cats and cats can identify as dogs.
Well, did you see the tomato dressed up as a cantaloupe the
Yeah,
other day?
it's these this stuff writes
I mean,
itself, man. These you know, this is going to be the
like,
time in history that people are your great grandkids are going to look back and say, "Boy, the one party in our system was really out of touch during this time. We were so lucky that that president, 47th president, came in and saved our culture and saved our way of life." That's what they're going to say.
Well, they might say that
They
rather.
will say that.
I think it's yeah,
You know, here's
very
something.
well be. Could very well be. You
Hey,
know.
so this is hot off the AP. North Korea, they're in their efforts to modernize their navy. They launched a destroyer and it crashed as it was going into the water. Made in
Well,
Japan.
was that made in West Korea? Was that made in West Korea?
You know what is that?
Or East?
Zhengdong Il. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Oh, Kim Jong Un.
Kim Jong Un.
I could see him. He's standing there. He's got his arm crossed. He's all like, "Yeah, I am the shit now. Look at my big old battleship getting ready to go into the water. I'm the man. I'm so proud." What? It crashed. It didn't even get to
What?
the water yet.
You sunk my battleship.
You
Oh
sunk,
no!
you sunk my battleship.
How dare you?
Oh, that
Who
was that was
who
gold,
sunk
dude.
my battleship? East Korea did it. East Korea did it, sir.
They how who's in charge of the launch? Oh, it's Kim Jong Un's cousin. He's got Parkinson's. He's like holding the levers. That's I'm just you know that's and for all you out
It's
there that's wrong.
randyflower.com.
And for
All
everybody
you, to all you North Koreans.
I know. Oh, you know who I did not know who was uh who has Parkinson's now is Alan Alda.
Really?
Yeah, he was Hawkeye in MASH, right?
Hawkeye. Yeah. Well, he's up there. He's in his 80s, right?
I think it's crazy. 89 years old.
Yeah. Well,
So so if you I guess what, if you get Parkinson's at 89, what you're saying it's okay, you're up there? Hmm.
he's up there.
He is up there, but I liked him in MASH. I thought I couldn't tell you one other thing he's in except for MASH.
Yeah. He had a couple other movies, but they weren't as big as MASH. I mean,
You know what? Researchers found that those living within a mile of a golf course have 126% higher risk of developing Parkinson's. It makes sense.
like a turf toe too.
Well, no, yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. How you get Parkinson's living near a golf course because it's always like you're just like walking doing something. You hear four. Shit. Start working four. Whoa.
That could be. That's a possibility too.
Four. What? You know. Why do they call it four? Why don't they call it duck?
Uh
Because everybody's four. Everybody looks around.
no, I heard something about that, and I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't know. I heard something about it. Why they say four instead of get the fuck out of the way.
Call it watch out. Duck, watch out. Hey. No, if you say hey
Get
to one.
out of the way. I'm teeing off.
So, hey, how long do you think it's been since horses have gotten the shaft of life? Because everybody rides a horse. It doesn't matter if you come in, you're on another planet. Seems like the horse is the one that has to cart everybody around. Even in Planet of the Apes, they still rode the horses. We ride the horses. I think the horses has got the shitty end of the stick of life
Well, they might have.
because it doesn't, the only way they're going to get out from being have to cart everybody around is they're going to have a coup and take over the humans. No more riding horses.
That's it. You know, that's it. We're throwing the saddles into the ocean.
We're throwing the saddles on. We're having like a Boston Tea Party bit. I didn't have a good one for that. That was good.
Oh my God, dude! Hello, runway number 4 is now open.
They said men has have been riding horses for like 4,200 years. I think I seen pictures of cavemen riding horses. I don't know what they're talking about 4,200 years.
Possibility, or the dinosaur horse.
And you that's pretty bad if you lose the battle of who rides who to a caveman because I know they can pick their insurance, but they're pretty stupid on everything else.
Wow, maybe.
Riding horses is so easy, cavemen can do it.
Cavemen can do it. Yeah, yeah.
Cavemen can ride horse well.
Even a Neanderthal can do it. Even a caveman can do it.
Hey, so before we get to sports, let's go right to sports. When is the Bandits playing? Is it tomorrow or Saturday?
Saturday,
Saturday
4:30
at
sharp
4:30.
in Bandit Land. Go Bandit.
And I know
Oh, I
you've
can't
been
wait, dude. Oh, dude, I'm so pumped. I was gonna buy the Bandits hat, but I didn't want to jinx them yet.
you would think
I
after
got, uh,
you would think after four Super Bowl losses in a row, we wouldn't have
well,
jinxes.
they got, well, they got the black hoodies with the Bandits logo on there. The black ones, they look pretty good, but the orange ones are the shit. The orange ones, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I'm waiting for the championship because, like you said, I don't want to
Oh,
jinx them either. I'm wearing.
I can't wait, bro. Oh my God. You know, oh, dude, it's so intense, dude. I'm telling you, it's just like,
Boy, I really thought they were going to win when I really thought
I
they
thought they were gonna win, and
that last game. I really thought they were.
the referees are calling shit penalties, dude.
I think we
They
had
were not. We had one power play. Come
one
on, man.
power play.
Really?
The way
Really?
the way they were hacking and freaking slashing one power
Dude, they were
play.
hitting the guys in the head, not cross checking. They were getting away with cross checking all day long, dude.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
no.
Well, I'll
So
tell you what, if I'm John Tavares, I'm calling the referees out, dude.
yeah, after we win the championship.
I'd be calling them referees out, dude.
No, see, that's why
And
you're
I'd
not.
be, you
That's why
know,
you're not coaching the Bandits because you don't want to up. You don't. Why you want to get on the bad side of the ref?
after if we win, okay,
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. After the season's done,
when
I'd
we
be calling
win.
the referees out and saying, listen, you know, we're the defending champions here, and you're not calling that these guys are getting. You just gonna let people get away with that shit against us? Oh, because
Oh,
we're the defending champions, you're gonna let them get away with shit like that?
oh, the fans will
Come
let
on.
the fans will let them. Oh,
They were slashing. They were bless you. They were slashing the hands and everything else. Come on, man.
All right. So before we get out of here, I know you've been wait. We got a minute left. I know you've been waiting about the final four for the 2025 NBA playoff bracket. It's the Indiana Pacers who actually upset the Knicks last night and stole a game from them against Oklahoma and Seattle.
Who cares?
So that's just for our NBA loving fans out there. That's a little bit for you. Well,
Who gives a rat's ass?
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in,
Hockey.
listening to us.
Edmonton lost, dude. The Stars.
Oh yeah,
Dallas. Up 1-0.
that's the final, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
No, the conference final,
still the
yeah.
conference final. Okay, we'll bring that up tomorrow. We got like 20 seconds to say goodbye here, brother.
All right.
All
Good
right,
night.
that was
Goodbye,
an
brother.
excellent show today. So much love for you, Rod. I'm so glad you're my best friend.
Love you, brother.
I
You are
am
my brother.
Randy Sell,
I'm Ron Haskell.
and thank you
Goodbye.
for listening to the RELL. Everybody have a blessed Thursday.
Yes. Peace
Peace
out.
out.